Well, it's the month of December again, which means that good old Christmas feeling. You all know the good stuff: lights, decorations, a stranger breaking into your home because he says he has something for your kids, and most importantly, Christmas specials. But for this year, I think I should give a look at something a bit more obscure.
Well, boy, do I have the movie for you.
Oh hey, it's the man who likes to show off.
Listen, don't be ashamed of being proud of who you are.
Good point. So what do you got to look at? It doesn't involve rip-offs of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air and Bromos, does it?
Nah, I'm too white for that anyway. But throughout my childhood, I've been exposed to a lot of obscurities, some of which were diamonds in the rough, and some were just kinda there, I guess. Like this movie I want to show you, In Search of Santa.
Pause?
Thankfully, no, it's something a little less horrifying. In Search of Santa, starring the Duff twins. Remember the Duff twins? From the director of that Rudolph sequel nobody remembers but me.
I remember a Duff twin, particularly Hillary.
Where in God's name are they now? But for real, I used to watch this movie all the time as a kid, and I'm excited to show the world how absurd this movie really is. No nostalgia goggles allowed.
Well, alright then. Let me take a look at it.
Many hours later.
Oh, that was, certainly something.
Yeah, this movie is a lot more funny for the wrong reasons than I remember. Okay, there were some jokes here and there that caught me off guard, but this movie is just silly.
Oh, definitely. The main plot revolves around two twin sisters. One is next in line for the crown, and it makes the other one frown. Okay, that was the last time we'll rhyme on this. I'm sorry.
Hey, at least it's in line with the narrator who disappears after the beginning of the movie. He took his paycheck and bounced, and I'm not talking about him, I'm talking about the paycheck. Okay, this movie was ethically made, I bet. It's no food fight, but,
Yeah, the animation is almost on par, but you won't have nightmare fuel like this.
No, Larry, I am not buying that for you!
I've seen worse.
Whoa! Holy shit!
You find some very weird shit, dog.
Come on, it's art, but yeah, the plot of this movie is an allegory for the relationship between the Duff twins. One is loved, and nobody knows the other one because she wasn't Lizzie McGuire.
Basically, it follows those exact same beats. Poor Haley. Wonder if she's been doing okay.
She better not be trying to ruin Hillary because Lucy over here is trying to ruin Crystal, making her even more clumsy than she already is. Jesus, can't you just wait to be queen or become a fashion entrepreneur? These penguins all have the same fashion sense anyway. They're all clones of each other.
It's like if Sakurai was making Echo Fighters, but on a low budget.
You don't like to keep up with your Smash humor, huh? Is Echo Fighter a PC term for clone these days?
Kinda, if you play Smash Brothers.
Play rivals of Aether, you plebes. Oh, and then there are these old farts, the terribly deep thinkers, aka the cartoon review community. No, seriously, they believe in facts over feelings, they think they're smarter than everyone else, and they destroy childhoods.
Oh, so politicians. But seriously, they'd let you know exactly who they are. In song form.
They're overeducated.
We're snooty brainiacs. We possess an excess of many useless facts.
So, Crystal is friends with this fool,
Dork alert.
a literal fool named Eugene, and one night he takes her out, but not until Santa tries to gun her down from the sky. He wants to show her this invention he made where he could fly,
Not leap. Soar. Like an eagle.
because apparently penguins come from pterodactyls.
I'm going to school, Spot, and you've got to stay here. Stay here. Yes?
It was so goddamn boring. But at least we have something of interest here.
Yeah, this movie, for as dumb as it is, it's entertaining. Like, Lucy was following them and she became a giant snowball falling down with Crystal and Eugene as they fall into this Arctic shaft. This most certainly isn't boring.
Ah, a human place.
The deep thinkers would have a fit if they found us trifling with human things.
Wait, why? Do you even know what humans are? Before we can find out why they're not allowed to meddle with human stuff, they meddle with human stuff and find the Santa book here. At this specific location.
Why is there a Santa book at this abandoned cabin?
Bring your daughter to work day?
You know what? I'm not gonna question it. Crystal gets put on trial for meddling with human things and can choose to admit Santa isn't real or lose her lineage to queenhood. Kinda weird she's getting this treatment because they mess with human things, even though it's never mentioned why they dislike humans and have laws against them. I mean, I get it, but still.
That's really traumatizing, actually. And then they burn the evidence because some people just love to watch the world burn? Oh my god, this really is the cartoon community, and especially politicians. So Crystal runs away because she can't get in her golden toilet anymore, even though she never seemed to have cared to begin with.
It's very weird that they make it seem like she cared about being queen, but it's not as weird as her wanting to find Santa. She stakes her life on this when she really doesn't have to do this. Like, be happy you're not in jail right now, kid.
Also, Lucy admitted to the terribly deep thinkers that she lied in court, and they reprimand her for it.
You were blinded by ambition.
You said I was the better bird.
Better to betray your own flesh and blood.
Hey, at least they're lawful evil, unlike politicians. And so, Lucy jumps out to save Crystal because, yeah, she's her sister and she cares, sorta. And then she says,
You'll find Santa when pigs fly.
You'll see.
Lucy decides to help Crystal on her journey, and along the way they face a killer whale. Then along the way they meet a baby seal and pirates because why not? Though something feels a little familiar about these pirates. Huh, I guess they were just big Pirates of the Caribbean fans.
This movie came out after the Pirates of the Caribbean movie, the first one. I miss pirates.
Well, you get plenty of them here, with their own song.
Who's the saltiest, surliest scofflaw? Who plunders all he sees? Who never says thank ye, you're welcome?
It's true.
Or gesundheit when you sneeze.
There's literally 2 songs in this movie, what the heck? At least bad guy songs are the best songs in movies.
That's because they're the only songs in the movie! Which begs the question, why have songs in here at all? Were they chasing the Disney trend at the time? Because even Disney wasn't on that trend then.
So they make a deal. The girls do all the dirty work, and the pirates find the North Pole for gold after the captain read a Santa book he had for some reason. And the girls get a bonding moment where they talk about boys they like.
Where'd you get that tacky trinket?
It's not a trinket. It's a compass that Eugene gave me.
What do you see in that fool anyway?
He's more than a fool. He's a brilliant inventor.
Yeah, the penguin who would fly.
Wait, hold on. How old is Eugene? He probably has Marfane syndrome.
Phillips, sort of easy on the eyes.
The royal page with the kind face?
And very strong wings.
I swear to God and the great Gwen who put songs in our hearts, if this starts any discourse, I'm going to slap your privileged faces with my male privileged hand.
The girls take them to the North Pole, and not 2 feet away from the ship do the girls decide to have the middle of the story break that easily gets forgotten.
But we're close. I feel it in my heart.
In your heart. Your heart got us into this mess!
Well, we're almost there. I know it.
How? How do you know it?
I know it in my heart. I just do.
Oh, why did you have to hatch first? You ruined my life, Crystal. I hate you.
Well, I don't hate you.
Like, they have this big heated moment for no real reason. It gets resolved by them just not talking about it and bringing it up again, which is a shame considering the characters have a decent chemistry to them. Crystal being sweet and innocent, and Lucy being more snarky, but they don't give them much of a sweet moment where they resolve their arc. Lucy says she hates Crystal and they just forget about their sibling trouble when they find Santa. Just kind of lowballing these characters.
But who cares about all that when we have a polar bear? God, remember Norm of the North? Honestly, this movie's animation is a step up from Norm.
It's not a man in a furry suit. It's a hungry bear in a furry suit.
As opposed to a bear in a skin suit, and please don't mention a man in a furry suit ever. Again. I get bad memories.
The polar bear chases Crystal onto a frozen lake, which allows Crystal to complete her skating arc that started in the beginning but was barely mentioned there, so I'm barely mentioning it here.
They escape to find this igloo lived in by this asshole who turns out to be an elf that the girls try to get to admit he's an elf, but he runs away on his flying pig.
Oh, I get that now. That's very stupid.
That elf should have been a cop.
Hey dude, can I borrow $60?
Yeah, when pigs fly.
Oh, but they do fly.
And finally, they're at the North Pole after walking into it. Only it's invisible. And the only way they could see it is if they believe. So they imagine sweet Christmas stuff and the North Pole just appeared.
I can hardly believe it. I said hardly.
Okay, that's kinda clever. And now they're treated like royalty again at the North Pole, and look at this place. Well, at least we know where all the budget went. Okay, never mind.
They finally meet Santa, who treats everything the girls went through as some sort of test. Okay.
Is that why you tried to gun Crystal down, you freak? Alright, he didn't gun her down, he just dropped his bell on her. I mean, that does look like it hurts.
Santa's just plain mean to penguins. Probably why Peter is always on his ass. The pirates come a-knocking and threaten to blow up the place if Santa doesn't give them treasure. So he does just that. Really keeping your home safe there, huh, Santa?
What I want to know is the magic mirror and pixie dust thing in Santa lore, or did they just make it up? Oh wait, Santa's made up, so whatever. So the pirates try to destroy the city anyway, but Crystal jumps in too late. But the dynamite turns out to be fireworks. Well, that's scary to know.
My mastery of the martial arts is lesser known.
Characters that can beat Goku.
The pirates leave and the day is saved. They go back to their ship and make a pretty amusing discovery.
Captain, the treasures turned to coal.
Oh,
Barbecue, anyone?
I like this guy. He thinks outside the box. When a door closes, a window opens for him.
And then the penguins come by to get the pirates to bring them back. Wait, didn't they just try to rob the North Pole? Whatever. Enjoy this Titanic reference.
meanwhile, at the Hall of Doom.
The girls make it back home where they get intercepted by the Deep Thinkers who lock them in a cage. Thinkers try to trick the parents into signing the lineage over to them, yada yada. They find the girls in the cave and they're relieved to see them alive.
Eugene.
Princess!
Who the fuck is...
Philip.
Man, not even she knows.
The Thinkers are left out to sea for their transgressions, and the sisters live happily with Lucy skating.
Who the fuck is...
And Crystal giving Eugene the gift of flight. This is definitely something that justifies it being obscure, but it's not a terrible special. It doesn't teach any bad lessons, but it doesn't have any great ones either. The Christmas element takes a backseat until close to the end. The animation is very low quality, but not too much of an eyesore. It's pretty inoffensive. Definitely not something to get mad at, honestly. I could see this being good fodder just for relaxing at home and riffing on it with your friends. Over a Zoom call, not in person due to certain circumstances.
Man, why Zoom? Why not Discord? It's much more convenient.
Well, because of... Actually, Trent, how is it that this movie was part of your childhood? Was it just very shallow for you?
I just watched whatever, which led me to all kinds of obscure paths, and I wouldn't want it any other way. You see, movies like this, Dougal, Hoodwink, Shark Boy and Lava Girl, and even Shark Tale, showed me that there's a little bit of good in everything. So, not being exposed to the purely popular stuff that everyone else grew up with, made me think more critically of everything. Not so much to criticize it, but to look at everything as they are and not just brush it all off because the popular opinion says so. Like, I'm not gonna brush this movie off because, oh, it's a straight-to-DVD movie, it has, like, nothing of value. I enjoyed my time here for both the wrong reasons and a little bit of the right reasons. There's something that I kind of like about this movie. That is why it was in my consciousness since my childhood, you know? So, yeah. I wouldn't call it a bad movie. I had a good time watching it as a kid, and I'm glad I did now with you. With that being said, it's still a pretty dumb movie.
You know what? That's pretty sweet. I actually had fun watching it with you and just riffing on it. It may be a pretty weak Christmas special, but sometimes you find a lump of coal and that's all you need for a barbecue. But that's just a thought.
You're welcome for that barbecue joke, by the way.
Barbecue, anyone?